It's about 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, April 30th, 2024, last day of April. We're gonna head into May. So looking at this last section, apologize for the wind, it's about 70 degrees right now. There's a wind blowing from the south. They did not eat as much as I hoped they would, so I gave them too much area for the amount of grass that's in the area. So I gave them too much grass, basically, is what I'm saying. I expected them to have eaten more of it. The goal is to kind of put some pressure on the ground here. There's a whole corner that they didn't even touch. They never even got to it. So their manure's looking really good. Beautiful manure patties. Let me just show you a couple. That's what a manure patty should look like. And then over here there's another one that has that dimple. Beautiful manure patties. But they just didn't eat all the grass I was hoping they'd eat. Ooh, Blackie's got a bunch of flies on her. Anyway, so this corner here, so I parked the side by side where the wire was. You see here, they really didn't eat a lot in this corner either. This is bad because I set this row to be half the width for a 12-week rotation of the previous rotation. So half the width of the previous rotation was 6 weeks, so this was a 12-week width. And I don't want them in this row for more than 3.5 days. But I just had to set up an area that's like 60% of what I would normally set up for a 3.5 day rotation. So that means that this is a 5-day row, a 4 or 5 day row. So I'm going to set up back fencing so they don't graze the grass as it grows back in 3 days. And the next area, I'm probably going to set it up to 75 feet wide. If I had water running down the middle of the field, I think I'd have more options, but because I don't, it's only on one side of the field, I have to set up these rows like this. So yeah, this is not what I was hoping to have. I'm complaining because I have too much grass. That's what I'm complaining about, really. So I mentioned last video about skip grazing. Oh, here's some ragweed. There's some ragweed. Skip grazing. And the idea behind skip grazing is that you skip an area, or you skip a row and graze the next row so that the flies have to fly further to find the cows. And the flies do have a limited range. So if I were to move the cows, I think like 100 yards away, the flies wouldn't find them. So let them put down the manure for a couple of days, and when the flies start to hatch, move them 100 yards away. Which is one of the benefits of rotational grazing, is that the flies, I believe there's a lower fly count because the flies aren't hatching and finding cows immediately. You have to do a hunt for the cows. And flies can't see very far, and so they're just guessing. And the further the cows are from the flies when they hatch, the less likelihood the flies will find a cow. And there's a good chance the fly will just die or get eaten or something like that. So anyway, the problem is with skip grazing is you need to have a certain distance between the rows. And I'm talking about rows that are 75 feet wide. So I don't think there's going to be much benefit there at all of doing skip grazing for 75-foot rows. So anyway, this area has a little less grass, I think, than the previous area, but it goes right back up in the next area. And then as I get further east, it's going to get even better grass. So this is probably going to be a 5-day or 4-day row. I have to get this cow pinned up tonight. I'm going to try to get the ram out too, and get the ram in the pen as well. What I'll do is I'll just set up a lane and then just go back there and move them into it. Anyway, I'll come back this afternoon and see what it looks like. Hopefully they will have eaten the right amount of grass. So hey, 27, my oldest calf from 2024, year 24's calf. You're the oldest, but you're not the biggest. 34 seems to be taller than you at least. Maybe a little chunkier. So I've got a lot of good calves this year. Looks like 39 just got pooped on, both on the neck and the back. Well, let's see, there's the youngest calf over here, 47. Hey, 47. You're starting to eat grass now, aren't you? It's yummy. This is, I believe this is Yellow's calf right here, with the comet on her forehead. Let's see your forehead. Yeah, you got the comet. Well, yeah, you're antsy. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys this morning. A little bit depressing news is I've got too much grass, and I miscalculated how much grass I have, and I underestimated the amount of grass. So I know, terrible, terrible news. I'm being sarcastic, of course. Guys, have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.